Hello, it's Jim for the Monopoly Project. We're here on the Monopoly Project yacht on Val Vista Lakes. Every successful real estate investor has a yacht, and this is the Monopoly Project yacht. Unfortunately, it's the McKinney Girls' Day off, so you just have me. But we're on Val Vista Lakes here on a beautiful Monday afternoon, the 31st, and we're here to review 3 books. And so we have one book on naval fiction, one book on commercial real estate, and then the third book is on the disciples and whether what happened with Jesus was really true or not. And so we're going to start off, we'll start off with the first book here on called Resurrection Shock. You can see this is a book about it's subtitled "What Did the Disciples Get Right" by Sanford, Webster. I got this book from the Stanford University magazine. They recommend books by people who are associated, either students or professors, and so I guess this guy studied history, Webster, at Stanford, and then he went on a theological stool. And so when I first picked up this book, I thought it was just going to be the standard theological book on explaining why you should believe eyewitness accounts and this and that, and going over the evidence, and that's what it is, but it's actually a little more than that, and so I do recommend it. You can see I haven't finished it yet. I'm right here, but there's 10 chapters and I've read the first 5, and all of them are talking about one aspect of the story. But the thing that I found interesting about it, beside it being well written, is that also he has these, for example, right here you can see he talks about some archaeological evidence that supports what's written in the scriptures. Another example from earlier that I actually read is they recently found the flooring for the flagstones for the house where when Jesus is under trial with the priest, he goes to there and they talk about the flooring, and they actually found that like sometime in the last 50 years. So anyway, it's called Resurrection Shock. Like I said, it is. I do enjoy it because I enjoy the history that's behind it, and like I said, he goes a lot into the archaeology and supporting facts besides what's written in the scriptures. And he also does go a lot into theology and quote scripture, and I think, as you know, I think that's important. So I definitely recommend this book if you're interested in those kind of things. It's actually a little more than the apologetics you usually read for like C.S. Lewis, which of course is a classic, the first, but he's explaining why we should believe in what's recorded in the scriptures and why it is eyewitness testimony that's just as good as any other eyewitness testimony that we hear in courtrooms or that we find in non-secular ancient documents like the writings of Livy and all the Roman ones. We take those as face value, and we should take these accounts at face value. And of course the final proof that something happened back then is that the rise of Christianity goes from nothing, and by the time they get to 30 years into it, Christians are well enough known so that Nero can blame the fires on them. Whether it's true or not is irrelevant. It just shows that something is happening, and by 300 years after the events, it has become the state religion of Rome, and now of course it's the dominant religion on the planet, driving most of the culture, and anti-culture, I might add. So anyway, something happened, obviously, and so this is a good book, and so I do recommend Sanford Webster's book, Resurrection Shock. Thank you, and that's Jim for the Monopoly Project. We'll catch you on the next floating book review.